Hi, this is Eric Blumthal, co-founder and CEO of Count5, the pioneer in adaptive microlearning. And this is an overview of q.MINDshare, our microlearning delivery system. We focus on learning and development professionals supporting the complex training needs of large enterprises. They're all pretty good at delivering training to their customer-facing employees. They also realize their company's not paying them to deliver training. After all, the goal of training delivery is to drive better performance outcomes for the business. But it's the forgetting curve that stands in the way between training delivery and better outcomes. Because when employees remember less than half their training, companies burn through millions of dollars in opportunity costs. Enter q.MINDshare. Q is a prescriptive, adaptive microlearning delivery system designed to disrupt the forgetting curve that's plagued training departments for decades. With Q, more employees remember more training than before, helping you deliver faster, more predictable outcomes. Q is microlearning because its built-in authoring tool makes it easy to create and assign bite-sized nuggets of content to your employees. Q is a prescriptive delivery system because it's not a lonely portal in the cloud waiting for visitors. If that's what you want, you can already do that with your LMS. Q puts you in control of exactly which content gets delivered to which users on which days, putting you in charge of what employees see and when to accelerate company priorities and initiatives. And Q's noise-free delivery system ensures your users will stay engaged every week. Q is adaptive because it leaves no learner behind. In each weekly 5-minute learning delivery, Q evaluates knowledge retention for each user, then adapts by scheduling individualized reinforcement until each user's learning gaps are closed. In 2005, we built q.MINDshare from the ground up to let customers easily embed the latest learning tactics into their operation. By increasing the frequency of learner engagement, by using quiz questions, polling, and feedback to improve learning recall, by successfully interleaving key concepts, and by providing the necessary repetition each individual needs to address learning gaps. The forgetting curve is no longer a threat. Take a look on our website to see the outcomes our customers realize with q.MINDshare. Read how Verizon had its smoothest technology rollout when they deployed Salesforce.com to thousands of salespeople worldwide, or how they successfully cross-trained 15,000 managers for emergency work assignments. Or ask Centene how they improved call center service quality while they scaled from 13,000 to over 30,000 employees. Or look at Land America, who validated q.MINDshare by conducting an A/B test for a new product launch. After 90 days, the sales reps using q.MINDshare outperformed the other reps by 80%. Q improves learning retention and learner confidence, so more of your sales and service reps consistently and confidently say, do, and know the right things at the right time. With Q, this is your new reality. Let's see how q.MINDshare works. First, Q's built-in authoring tool makes it easy to build bite-sized nuggets of content, including videos, polls, tips, and interactive quizzes. All Q content works on PCs, tablets, and smartphones. Next, it's time to schedule your learning campaign. Q puts you in complete control of how and when content is dripped to your audience. Once your learning campaign begins, Q then schedules individualized reinforcement and repetition to close each user's knowledge gaps. While q.MINDshare is cloud-based, it's not a portal. It uses apps to drive weekly completion of each learning session. When it's time for a user to spend 5 minutes reviewing a new assignment, Q notifies them automatically, like this. Once your campaign launches, Q provides real-time learning metrics so you will know rather than hope your training's not forgotten. Whether it's campaign-level stats, question-level results, question-answer level detail, user and group progress summaries, or gamified leaderboards, Q provides leading indicators on training alignment, highlights learning gaps, and shows which gaps closed and which ones still require attention. Q empowers you to manage what you measure because hope is not a strategy. So as you analyze priorities for your learning organization, you'll ask yourself, can't we just do this with our LMS? Not really. All Q customers are large enterprises with learning management systems and other learning tools, and they found q.MINDshare was uniquely qualified to fill critical gaps in their status quo. Here are some quick reminders of what makes Q different. First, Q is always on. so your employees don't have to remember to use it. On the days you scheduled it, Q is ready to deliver content to your employees on whatever device they're using. Q is prescriptive, putting you in control of content priority and timing. Q is proactive, using push notification to cut through the clutter and to drive completion of weekly reviews. Q is also adaptive, addressing the needs of the many, then adjusting to focus on the unique needs of each individual. Q is insightful, providing much more than merely a completion flag in a test score. Q tells you exactly what's working and highlights gaps in training alignment so coaching opportunities are quickly identified. And most importantly, your partnership with the Count 5 team will ensure Q doesn't become another shiny object learning tool that suffers from low user adoption. Why? Because we're the pioneers of adaptive microlearning. We've been doing it longer than anyone else, and we know exactly what it takes to drive great outcomes. And we partner with you to make sure you know it too. To be successful, adaptive microlearning requires different design concepts than traditional e-learning. You know your business better than we ever will, but we know how to drive outcomes with adaptive microlearning better than you ever will. A Count 5 partnership means we don't train you and leave. Only through mutual trust and collaboration will you never fall victim to shiny objects again. Since 2005, Q's delivered better outcomes to hundreds of thousands of employees. We know the difference between good and great outcomes because we've experienced it firsthand. By adopting our best practices, our lessons learned over the years, and our proven ESP methodology, you'll know exactly how, why, what, and when to best leverage the adaptive microlearning capabilities of Q. Ultimately, we make it easy for you to create a culture of continuous learning at your company. As your trusted advisors, we're always there for you to collaborate, to coach, and to strategize. Thank you so much for your time today. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions.